That is incorrect. Question number 6 is worth 10 points. Question. Find what about thy name?
Yellow one.
Interruption.
As according to Proverbs chapter 3, verse 3, mercy and truth.
Time.
That is correct. Question number 7 is worth 10 points. Question. In Proverbs chapter 15, verse 2, how does the tongue of the wise use?
Yellow 3.
Interruption.
How does the tongue of the wise use knowledge? Right.
That is correct. If you could use that microphone for me, please. Thank you. You can help them out with that yellow 2. Question number 8 is a 2-part question worth 10 points. Question. Where is length of days and where are rich?
Red 2.
Interruption.
And where are riches and honor? Length of days are in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor.
That is correct. Question number 9 is a quotation cross-reference question worth 20 points. Question. 2 verses of study contain the instruction, forsake not the law.
Red 1.
Interruption.
Forsake not the law of thy mother. Quote these verses. My son, keep thy father's commandment, and forsake not the law of thy mother. My son, heed the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother.
That is correct. Question number 10 is a 2-part question worth 20 points. Question. Whose wisdom excelled whose?
Yellow 1.
Interruption.
Excelled whose wisdom? And Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the east country and all the wisdom of Egypt.
That is correct. Question number 11 is a 3-part question worth 20 points. Question. Verse 3 of Proverbs chapter 3 speaks of keeping what?
Yellow 1.
Interruption. Time has been called. That is incorrect. This question was interrupted. We'll go to the red team without interruption. Question number 11 is a 3-part question worth 20 points. Question. Verse 3 of Proverbs chapter 3 speaks of keeping what, opening what, and having what?
Red 2.
He that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life, but he that openeth wide his lips shall have destruction.
is correct.
Test.
And test yellow 1, 60 seconds.
Test, please.
This contest will be granted a faulty question with the wrong verse reference given. So we will void and replace question number 11. We'll go to quiz 25, question number 11. All right, replacement question for question number 11 is also a 3-part question worth 20 points question. In Proverbs chapter 15, verse 20, what son, what father,
Red 1.
interruption,
What son, what father,
okay, time has been called. This question was interrupted. We'll be right to the yellow team without interruption. Question number 11 is a 3-part question worth 20 points question. In Proverbs chapter 15, verse 20, what son, what father, and what man are described?
Yellow 2.
A wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish man despiseth his mother.
That is correct. Question number 12 is worth 20 points question. The first verse of Proverbs chapter 10 makes what
Yellow 1.
interruption?
makes what contrast? The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish son is the heaviness of his mother.
That is correct. Question number 13 is a 4-part question worth 20 points question. The same verse that instructs to neither decline from what also instructs to get what and forget not what. And
Yellow 2.
interruption.
And what is this verse? Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 5.
That is correct. Timeout, 60 seconds, Buford 1.
Time.
Time has been called. Ready for question number 14. It's a 4-part question worth 20 points question. Which verse of Proverbs chapter 3 records, "Yea, thou shalt do what, and what shall"?
Yellow 1.
Interruption.
Time.
Time has been called. That is incorrect. This question was interrupted. We'll go to the red team without interruption. Question number 14 is a 4-part question worth 20 points question. Which verse of Proverbs chapter 3 records, "Yea, thou shalt do what, and what shall be what"?
Red 2.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 24. When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Yea, thou shalt lie down, and thy sleep shall be sweet.
That is correct. Question number 15 is a 3-part cross-reference question worth 20 points question. 1 Kings chapter 10 verse 6 describes what is mine, verse 7 describes what is mine, and Proverbs chapter 8 verse 14 describes
Red 1.
interruption.
Describes what is mine. Mine own land. Mine eyes. Counsel is mine.
That is correct. Question number 16 is a 3-part question worth 20 points question. As found in verses 12 and 13 of Proverbs chapter 3, the Lord correcteth whom?
Red 1.
Interruption.
The Lord correcteth whom? Happy is whom? Even as whom? For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth, even as the Father the Son, to whom the delight of happy is the man that finds wisdom.
That is incorrect. This question was interrupted. We'll go to the yellow team without interruption. Question number 16 is a 3-part question worth 20 points question. As found in verses 12 and 13 of Proverbs chapter 3, the Lord correcteth whom, a father delighteth in whom, and happy is whom?
Yellow 3.
For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth, even as the Father the Son knew he delighteth. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding.
That is correct. Question number 17 is a quotation question worth 20 points question. Quote the verse immediately following the one that mentions a cheerful countenance.
Red 2.
Better is little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble therewith.
Okay, that is incorrect. Time out, 60 seconds, Buford 2.
Time.
Time is called. Ready for question number 18? Test. Ready for question number 18? Ready for question number 18? It's a 6-part question worth 30 points. Question. Verses 31 and 32 of Proverbs chapter 15 mention the ear that heareth what, doing what, he that refuseth what, doing what, and he that heareth what, doing what.
Red 1.
The ear that heareth the reproof of life abideth among the wise. He that refuseth instruction despiseth his own soul, but he that heareth it.
That is incorrect. Question number 19 is a 6-part cross-reference question worth 30 points. Question. Which verse of Proverbs chapter 10 records what about whose blessing? And which verse of Proverbs chapter 11 records what about
Red 2.
interruption?
What about whose blessing? Proverbs chapter 10, verse 22. The blessing of the Lord it maketh rich, and he has no sorrow with it. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 11. By the blessing of the upright the city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked.
That is correct. Timeout, contest, sorry. Yellow 1, 60 seconds. This contest is withdrawn. Would you still like a timeout? Okay, timeout, 60 seconds, Buford 1. All right, time has been called. Ready for question number 20. It's worth 30 points. Question. In the 3 verses immediately following the one that states the Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, why?
Red 1.
To know wisdom and instruction, to receive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment and equity, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion.
That is correct. Contest, yellow 3, 60 seconds. This contest will be granted. We're going to void and replace question number 20. We have a faulty question. All right, so 23 and 19. All right, replacement question for question number 20 is worth 30 points. Question. As found in verses 20, 21, and 22 of Proverbs chapter 6, about both thy father's commandment.
Red 1.
Interruption.
And the law of thy mother, what is recorded? My son, keep thy father's commandment, and forsake not the law of thy mother. Bind them continually upon thine heart, and tie them about thy neck. When thou goest, it shall lead thee. When thou walkest, it shall keep thee. And when thou awakest, it shall talk with thee.
Time.
That is incorrect. This question was interrupted. We'll be right to the yellow team without interruption. Question number 20 is worth 30 points. Question. As found in verses 20, 21, and 22 of Proverbs chapter 6, about both thy father's commandment and the law of thy mother, what is recorded?
Yellow 2.
My son, keep thy father's commandment, and forsake not the law of thy mother. Bind them continually upon thine heart, and tie them about thy neck. When thou goest, it shall lead thee. When thou sleepest, it shall keep thee. And when thou awakest, it shall talk with thee.
That is correct. Contest red 1, 60 seconds. This contest is withdrawn. We do have a winner. This quiz is closed. Let's give both these teams a good hand.